Hello YouTube, this is Toddy Walnuts and I'm making a little field trip video. I'm at the Caledonia Dog Park and this is a portion of land that was donated by the Johnson family from the Johnson Golf Course, Johnson Wax family, and they turned it into I believe it's about a 3 or 4 mile walk that they maintain. They have bark chips. And let's see if I can get some video of my dog here. That's Hannah. She's a 5-month-old Weimaraner female, and she's about 45 pounds at the moment. She's going to be a monster. I just wanted to do a little short video to kind of show you guys the walk that we take when we take her out on the walks. I also wanted to take a moment to wish Sammy Falagar 517 a happy birthday. Many of you know Sammy. Go over to his page, wish him a happy birthday. His birthday is on May 17th. And I don't really have a lot to say at the moment. I'll just kind of show you guys a little bit of this park. It runs right alongside the Root River, and we will be coming up to that shortly. I have my 2 daughters with me, and they are taking care of the dog right now. My youngest daughter Haley has the leash. They did not want to be on camera, so I'm gonna try to not put them on camera. But I will get bits and pieces of Hannah. She loves it out here, and we do have her leashed because she's still a little bit too wild to have her unleashed. When we take her to the others, there's another park we take her to called Bender Park. It's more wide open, and I take her off the leash there. But the problem with Bender Park right now this time is there's a ton of ticks, and we went last weekend and Hannah had 3 ticks crawling on her. She does have she does take heartworm pills and flea and tick preventative pills, but I don't like to take the risk of, you know, or even my daughter's getting ticks. So she does listen pretty well for being 5 months old, for the most part. I mean, she does have times where she gets a little wild. There's some people coming up here, so I'm going to try to pan away from them for just to honor their privacy. There's another Weimaraner up there. These people have an adult Weimaraner. See if they'll let me film them. She's throwing sticks into the pond. This will be pretty cool to watch. Don't let her get near the water, please. Hi. I'm filming a video for YouTube. Would you guys mind being in it, or would you rather have privacy? Okay. Yeah, that's Hannah. She's 5 months old. Oh, hi there. Look at that Weimaraner.
You gotta get this action. Watch this. He sits there and waits. And he steals a stick.
Oh, that's cool. Is that a yellow lab?
Yeah.
How old is your Weim?
He is 11 months.
Oh wow, so he's still not quite full grown either.
Nope, he's just a pup. Very wet pup.
Very pretty. Does your Weim get really hyper sometimes?
Yeah, he has spurts. He has moments.
Because this one here, she's like a monster right now at this point. She's 5 months old.
You don't want to let her off.
Not just yet. That is awesome. I heard they were really good swimmers.
Oh,
This is literally his third day swimming.
He took to it really well.
Because the lady I bought this one from showed me the webbed feet.
Yeah.
You wound up. Wow.
Good
Yeah,
boy,
she's-
Hunter.
Okay.
She's quite a bit smaller than yours. She's only 5 months. The vet thinks she'll be about 70 pounds probably.
Yeah. He's big. He is about 85 right now. And when we took him in, they thought he'd be 100
Oh wow, yeah, that's
over. But he eats a pretty healthy diet.
he's pretty solid. He looks like he's in really good shape.
Hey, come here.
This one here doesn't want to get in, huh? All the way.
He will. He'll be sick.
I wonder how deep that pond is. Do you know? Any idea?
No. Getting to be that time of year though when you don't want to have the dogs come in here. It gets kind of slimy.
Oh yeah.
Who knows what bacteria is going on?
We've been taking this one to Bender Park also in Oak Creek, and we took her out last weekend and she was just covered in ticks already.
Really?
Yeah, already.
Wow.
Yeah. There was 3 of them. We were only out there for about 45 minutes and we had to leave. But she wants to get in there.
Why not? You afraid you'll run off?
Well, I don't know if I could get her if she ran off right now. I don't know if I'd be able to catch her.
You gonna use her for hunting?
I don't think so. I'm not a hunter. I don't have anything against hunting. She's just going to be a family dog.
It's just a good workout.
You take yours hunting?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't hunt?
But if somebody shoots something, I'll eat it.
Oh yeah, that venison sausage or steaks or jerky, all that good stuff. Oh, very cool. Come here,
He's friendly. Go say hi, Hunter. Don't get him all wet though.
Hunter. Oh, you're a pretty boy. Okay, guys, we're gonna take off. Nice meeting you.
Good evening.
Hunter.
Let's go over here. I'll show the river. That was a little pond that's on the south side of the trail. Now over here on the north side of the trail, this is the river. You guys can see that pretty good. I'm really sorry about the shaky cam and all that. I'm filming all of this on my iPhone. I'm not quite sure how the quality is going to be. It looks good here from my end, but when I upload it, sometimes I don't know why, but it doesn't quite look as good as I would like it to. But this is the Root River. It's the longest river that runs through Wisconsin. Okay. I think I'll get a little more footage of Hannah, and then I'll cut this short. I don't know if you guys like these kind of videos or not. I did want to show Sammy Falagar 517 if you're watching. I think there's something here you'll get a kick out of. There's a bench. This is the pond where the dogs were jumping into. And there's a wooden bench that you can, I don't know if you can make that out. Let me see if I can back up without falling my ass into the pond. But it says, Sammy Honey. And usually what people do is out here they donate stuff, because this is a city-owned park. But a lot of people do bring benches and they honor maybe pets that have passed away. But I thought that was pretty funny to show the Sammy Honey thing. And you know, I do love you like a brother, Sammy, but I would never call you Sammy Honey. So we just thought that was pretty funny. And they do put a lot of bark chips on this trail. I mean, this trail is probably about 2 to 3 feet deep with bark chips, which is really nice because this land back here, being right next to the river like that, it's very humid and it's kind of almost swampy in this wooded area. See how Hannah's doing. She's doing good. Do you guys want to go back in the more wooded area along the river, or do you want to just follow the trail? Okay. I'll continue on with this. If you guys are bored with this, you can just turn it off. I wouldn't blame you. But sometimes it's nice to try different things other than just videos and DVD and Blu-ray videos. So I'll just kind of pan a little bit. This is to the north. This park is in Caledonia. It's probably about 25 miles south of Milwaukee. And it's about 10 minutes away from where I live. I do live in Caledonia. I live in Racine County. Caledonia is part of Racine County. You meet some really nice people out here too, but sometimes there's people out here that walk their dogs and they don't have them hooked up to a leash. And which I don't mind. I love animals. I love dogs, but sometimes these dogs are not well behaved, and they start climbing all over my dog, and it gets me upset. I would hate to have to knock somebody out here in the woods, but I'm just kidding. I'm not a violent person. I'm just trying to be funny. This is a little trail that continues. We're actually walking east, and we're kind of northeast now. We're facing the river again. And this is a very recreational river in the summertime. People canoe and fish, rafting and all that stuff. See a lot of wildlife out here too. Maybe if we're quiet, we may find something. You know, there's a foliage. There's a lot of ducks and geese. There's a fox, wolves, deer. But usually you don't see the deer until very early morning or dusk when it starts to get dark. And there's quite a few cars here. I think there's about 7 or 8 cars up at the top lot. So with all these dogs running around, I'm pretty sure we may not see any wildlife today. Everything's kind of hunkered down right now at the moment. So we will continue on the trail. And we are heading south right now at the moment. Really nice thing about this park here is there's miles and miles of trails. You could spend a good portion of your day out here taking different trails. They all end up wrapping around back to the main trail, but I mean, if you wanted to, you can bring a picnic out here. It's really nice. I have never rafted this river, but I always wanted to. It's very relaxing out here. Still here. I wanted to make sure I asked those people if it was okay if I filmed them. Some people get a little upset, and I don't blame them. I think if I was out here trying to relax with my dog just walking around, I'd feel kind of funny if somebody threw a camera right in my face. But like I said, most of the time the people out here are very, very nice. And if you respect them, they'll respect you back. Trying to see if we can find any sign of wildlife out here, and so far I haven't seen any. Almost every time we'll see ducks, at the very least ducks or geese. Some of these trees are pretty old. And it's almost dusk right now. I think it's after 7 o'clock p.m. right now. It's been staying later, longer, but right now it looks like it's just about getting ready to get dark. You can see that big gray mass right there, right where my finger is. Well, actually, you can't. Right there, that gray mass right there. Some idiot threw a mattress into the river. Some redneck idiot. That kind of ticks me off. I mean, it's how dumb do you got to be to throw a mattress into a beautiful river like this? Look at this old tree right here. This thing's about to fall down. This thing has definitely seen better days. Rest in peace, sir. I don't think water's going to help you anymore. I think probably by the next time we come down here, this thing may be gone. It looks like it probably died a year or so ago already. It's been just rotting away. Probably longer than that even. See how Hannah's doing? She's doing okay. Yeah, she looked tiny compared to that adult. And that male that we saw, what did they say his name was? I forgot what his name is already. I'll have to check the tape later. But she said her Weimaraner was only, I think she said 10 months old now. I forgot that too already. But they're not usually full grown till they're about 12 or 14 months. So her male Weim probably will grow to be 100 pounds or more. I'm thinking Hannah, I'm hoping Hannah doesn't get any bigger than 70. When I purchased her, I got her from a lady in Detroit. I live in Wisconsin, she lives in Detroit, Michigan, so we met in Chicago, Illinois. We kind of met halfway. She told me that Hannah's mom was 60 pounds and Hannah's dad was 65, so she figured that Hannah would probably be somewhere in between the 60 and 65 pound mark. Like I said, we went on the last visit last month. She already weighed 43 pounds. I think she's about 45 right now, so she's got a good chance of being 70, all of 70 and probably more. So I've never had a Weimaraner before this. I've had boxers my whole life. I've had 3 different boxers, and I love boxers, I really do. But the only thing is they end up having horrible deaths. I mean, they're very prone to tumors and cancers, and it's hard to watch dogs go through that, and it kills me every time. I've had to put 2 of them down within the last 2 years, and that's one of the hardest things I ever had to do. Taking your best friend in for one last time. But here's the river. The thing I've liked about boxers is they're very friendly with kids, and they're very good family dogs. They're like big teddy bears. But if anybody ever messed with you, then they turn into Cujo. There's some old trees that have fallen over. Careful, there's glass, broken glass around here, so watch. It's very humid out tonight. It was in the 70s here in Wisconsin, and it's been rainy. It's been rainy all the last 3-4 days. Today was pretty nice and it got up to 70. Now it's just really, really humid. But you can hear birds chirping in the background. I don't know if you could pick that up on my phone, guys, but I can hear a bunch of birds. Look at this. Some dumbass. I don't understand what's wrong with people. Eventually we're going to get to a point up here. We're coming back around now. We're facing west. We're walking west on the trail, and we're going to be coming back around, and eventually it's going to get narrow enough, this river, that we could actually cross and continue on southward. But right now we're walking west until we get to that narrow. Oh, I can hear geese somewhere over there, or a duck or something. I don't know if you guys... We saw on the way here, driving here, we saw a couple geese with some little hatchlings already. There had to be about 6 or 7 little fuzzy-headed babies, which was pretty cool to see. Okay, now we're back onto the... My daughters are laughing at me. Don't worry, I won't put you on camera. They're laughing at me because they think I'm talking to myself, which in a way I kind of am, but I'm doing this for you guys, so hopefully somebody will be watching this. And I'm not just some idiot talking to a phone. Well, I can be an idiot talking to a phone and still have somebody watching me, I guess. Miss Hannah. She got a new leash because the other one she chewed, put a big hole in it, so that it wasn't safe anymore for me to walk her on a leash with a big hole in it because it just didn't have any strength anymore, and I should end up ripping it right off. So I don't know, you guys have to let me know if you like this video. I'll do more in the future. If so, if you guys don't really care too much for it, this will probably be the only one. I would like to show you guys one of my favorite parks of all time is Bender Park. And then there's another park called the Seven Bridges Park, which I would like to show you guys someday too. If there's enough response to this one, I'll do more. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if I see enough of that, I'll do more. If I don't see any, then I'll take the hint and it'll be the end of it. But here comes somebody's dog up here. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down for a second. Walk over this way. I just don't know if people like to be on camera. There's a couple coming up here with it looks like some kind of a Springer Spaniel. And I just don't know if they want to be on camera. So, and since I don't do any editing, it'll be better to just avoid them at the moment. Go back along the river here. See if we can get across. Be careful, guys, it's real muddy over here. Okay. We had to cross a little runoff section back there. Okay. That couple walked past. You could probably hear him in the background yelling for his dog. His dog was not leashed, so that's the thing. I mean, most of the dogs that are out here that are not leashed are very good dogs, and they listen very well. But every once in a while you get a dog out here that don't listen for shit, running around here terrorizing other dogs. That's what makes me mad. Trying to jump on my puppy. I'll see if I can get some footage up over here. We're coming up to the golf course. This is Johnson's Park. They have a really nice golf course. If you guys are ever in the southeast Wisconsin area, first of all, look me up first, and then secondly, we'll go to this golf course over here. It's very, very nice. Johnson Park. It's the Johnson family that own Johnson Wax. They're the richest people that live in my city. Sam Johnson and family. You can see that big tower over there. Back beyond that, now we're facing west right now. Back beyond that tower, probably about 250 yards or so, there's a farmland. And the farmer sold part of his land to that, I believe that's Sprint, that's a cell phone tower. So, the only reason I know it's Sprint is because we went and looked at it a couple summers ago when they first put it up. There's a warning sign and then it says it's owned by Sprint. You can see one of the benches over there from one of the holes, the golf course. You look right there. That is one of the greens over there in the golf course. some of these trees are old. I mean, just there's a lot of fallen trees. Some of these trees look like they gotta be 100 years old. Okay, this get some footage of this tree come up here. It's got all kinds of knots and stuff on it. This tree's got to be at least 100 years old, 150 maybe. I'm thinking. Look at this thing. I don't even know. What is that, guys? Is that an elm? I have no idea what that is. Look at that. Looks like something from the Never-Ending Story. Like it's gonna start talking to me or something. I live in the woods. I know. Some of this. Usually right after winter, between winter and spring, we get a lot of water from the, we get a ton of snow in Wisconsin. And from the melting snow and ice and then the spring rain, we get a lot of torrential downpours and a lot of flash flooding. And so you get a lot of trees that get washed away. A lot of erosion. And they try to contain it. You can see they put some kind of retaining rocks along the side over there. But that only lasts, you know, for so long. And the water, sometimes the water goes over the top of it. Most of the time it does not, but sometimes it does. Oh, I think I see a mallard over here, a male mallard. Oh, there's a male and a female. Let's see if I can get some footage for you guys over here. I know, right? Big deal, ducks, but I love all nature. If you can see them, they're right where the tip of my finger is over there. And I don't know how to zoom my phone in. There's probably a very easy way to do it. I just don't know how. Oh well, they're really pretty ducks. You see the male over there with his green head. And his female is nearby. He's keeping a good eye on her. They're probably looking for a place to nest if they don't have one already. I think this is right about the time when they start to either nest or they start to have hatchlings by now. Like I said, I saw some geese earlier that had hatchlings already, so. I can smell lilac or something. It smells really good out here right now. I've seen people come out here and bring picnics and duffel bag or backpacks full of like sandwiches and stuff, and they'll hike around for a while, then they'll just sit down. And here's another one of those benches. This one is called Midnight Sarah. So somebody must have had a dog that was called Midnight Sarah. Either had one and lost it, or still has it. Just wanted to honor it. You can see over there's a bridge. That is Johnson's golf course. So we have gone as far south as we can go. Anything beyond this river here where these two rivers meet is Johnson's Park property. So we don't want to go any further that way. So we will continue back. Looks like here's an old bridge. Where they, I don't know what they would have used this for though. It looks like it was some kind of a crossing bridge at one time because it's not a retaining wall. I don't know what was back here. This is old. This is probably 40s or 50s, I would think. I'm guessing. Maybe at one time there was a crossing bridge to get from where I'm standing to Johnson's Park over there, which is a beautiful, beautiful golf course, guys. I don't know how many of you are golfers, But like I said, if you're ever in southeastern Wisconsin, hit up Johnson's Park. It doesn't get much better than that. It's even, we have a country club called Meadowbrook, also in this area. And it's very expensive. You have to be a member. I've actually never golfed at Meadowbrook. It's a kind of a ritzy club. But I would put Johnson's Park up against Meadowbrook any day of the week. Tree. See her, young Hannah. She's still with us. She's doing good. She only got a little muddy. Last time we came out here, she was caked, covered in mud. I threw her in the shower with me. Sudsed her up and cleaned her up. She didn't really care too much for that, but it happened. She had no choice over the matter, so. And if you can look over this way, I'm facing south again. This is a little further southwest. That is one of the greens of Johnson's Park. And we are going to start heading back to the car. I guess I'll keep filming. Like I said, if you guys are bored with this, those of you who are even still watching, if you're bored, you can shut it off at any time. I would not blame you one bit. This river here is just this is just a runoff of the Root River. This is not actually technically the Root River anymore. It's just water runoff. So this is kind of like a cesspool here of, this is kind of like a gathering spot for algae, and sometimes you'll see some floating bottles. For the most part, people out here are pretty clean. I don't see a whole lot of trash out here. People are good out here about picking up after themselves, and I think people even pick up after other people sometimes, just to keep it nice out here. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like, because I've never done a video like this before. And when I'm walking around out here, it looks like the camera's just bouncing like crazy. Hopefully there's what's that feature that YouTube has, where it stabilizes the picture. Hopefully that'll clean this up a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit darker too. What time is it? Amos and Andy walking behind me. I turn around and ask them what time it is. They both look at me and shrug their shoulders. One's Laurel, one's Costello, but they're both really skinny. So they're both, I don't know, what's the skinny one? Costello, I guess. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was thinking of Laurel and Hardy. With fallen trees and stuff. Oh, I can hear some dogs barking. Yeah, there's a golden retriever coming up over here. Or an Irish setter, maybe. I'm not sure. There's a whole bunch of dogs coming up over here. Looks like there's a... Yeah, here they come. Hello. Don't let her jump on the dogs. Hi there. Looks like that's... Sometimes these dogs try to get a little territorial, and then they'll start to growl at my dog. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Yeah, they were good dogs. there's that tower again. That cell phone tower that I showed you guys from the other angle. We're starting to head back. We're on a little bit higher ground now. If you look over there, that's where the river was, where we were earlier. We've come up a little bit. Man, it's really nice out here this time of night. It's still a little humid, but it's not as bad as it was earlier today, so it feels kind of good right now. There's not too many people out here. This is the tricky part coming up here. There's the river. This is more runoff, but you got to kind of walk across on rocks, and a lot of these rocks have slime and mold and stuff on them, and if you lose your footing, you'll get a little bit muddy, a little bit wet. It's not the end of the world, but so do you guys want to go first, or okay? See these rocks here. Not too bad. The dog's splashing around like crazy. Here comes a couple of chicks up here. See if I can get a number for Sammy. Hello. Hello. Oh, a pit bull. I'm just doing a little video for YouTube.
Oh, that's it.
What a pretty dog. You are beautiful.
Oh.
That's just a puppy, so she's crazy right now.
He's about 1.5 years too.
Okay. He doesn't mind if she jumps on him. No. Okay. Wow, what a pretty dog. I love the color. The markings are beautiful. You're pretty.
Oh.
Okay, thanks. Oh, sorry. And I think I will give you guys one more look at Hannah, and then I'm going to cut it here because we're going to start heading back to the car here, and there's probably not going to be much to see between here and there. So that's Hannah. And thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you next time.